Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, bringing you up to date what's going on at the garage. So, 1953 Buick Special with a straight 8 in it. We have a bunch of work to do on this car. As you can see, we already have done all of the work on the brakes. We put a new wheel cylinder in, springs, shoes, cleaned everything up. We're going to be putting new bearings in, new seals on everything, cleaned up all the adjusters for it, got everything all nice, making it really good so it'll actually stop. And then you can see underneath that it's going to need a lot more work later on. We got new links for the sway bar, new bushings for the sway bar. Everything under here is pretty good. We're just going to leave it alone for now. Maybe later in the winter time we'll get her back in and we'll take care of all that. Probably going to need a little bit of front end work on it. As you can see, all of the stuff under here is old and just worn out. So we'll probably have to do some front end work on it. We also put new brake hoses on because the old brake hoses were just dry rotted and done. Then we move over to the rear end. And we're doing the same back here. We're doing all the brake system on it. We just put in new wheel cylinders. We're going to pull the backing plates off and replace the inner and outer seals and also the bearing in here. There's the axle sitting right there. So we pulled that out. And then here's the differential, the inside of the differential. There's your pinion gear back there. This is your ring gear. These over here are your spider gears, and that's your center pin. That holds everything together. And then the axles are held in with these C-clips right here, and this is a spacer block that goes in between the axles, and the axles come through this hole right there, and then those C-clips go on the end of the axle right here, and then the axle's pulled back into there and the C-clip sits in there, and then the center pin and that block holds everything together. So that's how these work. And then we have the knee action shocks right here. This is your knee action shock. This is a dual action. You can usually tell because it has two cylinders on it. So it absorbs up and down where there are single action shocks. This one's a dual action knee shock. And you can see how it mounts up there. We were going to rebuild these, but it's going to take about 8 weeks to get all the parts in and get them back and get everything all done. He wants to do a couple of parades with it, so we're going to wait on that and do it later on because they're all leaking. This one you can see how bad this one is leaking, so everything has to be cleaned up, fixed, redone on those. And a few other odds and ends that we're going to do. We're going to do a full tune-up on it. We're going to do a points conversion kit on it, get rid of the points, and put a new master cylinder in there, all new brake fluid, and a few other little odds and ends. So there you go. There's what's going on with the 53 Buick Special, the straight 8. I'll show you that another day. We'll get under the hood. Alrighty, guys, have a good one. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.